Lego. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one, but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Hey, now y'all done started some shit, so we gon' finish y'all it. And this time, everybody about to witness it. Y'all. Bro told them to move, just doing this job. But y'all wanted to jump him, so now we got a prize. Let's get it. All right, bet. Let me tell y'all what really happened. Heard they was jumping on my cousin, let me off, Captain. Cuz came out the water like, let's get it cracking. Unc came with the chair like I got some action. Cuz came no shirt like I got Sebastian. I got him. Even the women getting hit like, damn, what happened? Hey, this shit was kinda lit like, damn, it's cracking. I even seen a rock bottom like, damn, this wrestling. Seen a couple of them boys go night-night. And we got the first black man to swim to a fight. Salute. If you mad at this song, don't mention me. Don't do it. But fuck that chair going down in history. Hey, I'm really proud of y'all. Montgomery Brawl. Bitch. Not one, but them all. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out bro that can swim. Montgomery Brawl. Salute shit, really all of them. Montgomery Brawl. Shout out Unc with the chair. Montgomery Brawl. Everybody that was there. Montgomery Brawl. Threw the hat off at the start. Montgomery Brawl. Man, shout out to the girl. Montgomery Brawl. Yeah, this a real good moment in history right now. Let us all smile. Salute.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the In the Zone podcast. It is your boy, B. Foster. Brian Foster's in the building. And I'm with my co-hosts with the mostest, Chantel. What's happening, baby?
Hey, I have missed you in the last 2 weeks.
We haven't seen each other.
And it's an extra special show. You know why?
Tell me.
Because it's me and you. We hardly ever do this.
We hardly ever do just
me and you.
That is
just
true.
me and you.
Dude, don't do that, though. Don't do that.
I don't know why you're being mean to me. You haven't seen me in weeks. And the first thing you'll do is be mean.
I mean, if
I'm trying to celebrate us.
You're going to butcher one of my favorite group's favorite songs, yeah, I'm going to have to.
Just us two.
Oh, good. What movie is that from?
Oh,
Come on.
One of them
Quick.
love movies.
No, I ain't going to do it.
Oh, Boys in the Hood.
There we go.
I was like, I can see it in my mind, the like montage. I was like, what is that? What is that movie?
You got it. What's been going on?
Okay, so what has been going on? I just came back from Costa Rica.
How was that?
It was amazing, actually. I assume some of you guys saw the video of the tiny plane. Clearly, we survived. Then Brian's going to try to trump us by getting on a bigger plane on the runway. I'm like, this is not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
It was the point.
It's not.
That was kind of the
remotely
point of the
same.
video.
But we got on the little plane because we had to go to a very remote part of Costa Rica that isn't very touristy.
Okay.
Which was in the middle of the jungle.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I saw no wildlife. It was the saddest part of the trip. Yep. I didn't see a sloth. I didn't see a monkey. I almost saw a crocodile, but we were an hour too late. I don't know.
An hour too late?
It was like in the front of the resort. And we came down an hour later for breakfast, and all the staff was saying like it was like a 12-foot croc in the front of the resort, just chilling, hanging out. And so apparently,
you in Costa Rica didn't see any wildlife.
I mean, I saw termites and a frog. Okay. that was the wildlife I saw.
All right.
Saw a couple of cows.
Okay.
It's a sad truth, but
yeah,
we relaxed. We stayed by the pool, drank a little bit. It was a really nice trip until I got food poisoning the last day.
Goddamn!
That's true. Yep. Yeah.
Well.
Hawking my life out the night before I flew away.
At least it was the last day of the trip.
That's what I said.
At least it was the last
Imagine
day.
if it was the first day. What about you? Hanging with the 1%ers? You a boule now?
Martha's Vineyard, you know. So I've changed my my viewpoint.
What was it before?
Well, you know, I always thought the venue was overrated and just bougie and bullshit, which I still think it is.
Did say it's not?
But I shifted my expectations to say, you know what? If this is going to be relaxing and not busy and hectic and moving around, and I'm just going to sit on the porch and drink mimosas, and that's what it is, and go to the beach, soak it in.
Isn't that the point? You're supposed to go to the beach with the kids and
but I don't like, you know me, I like to move around. I like to do things, experience stuff.
Maybe you went on the wrong weekend because Chris is there, and apparently, like, this is a party weekend.
Film Fest weekend, comedy. I think it's Film Fest.
You all make more money than me. I don't know. I don't live that life. I don't know.
Anyway, I was about to crack on Chris, but he ain't here to defend himself, so I'm gonna let that ride. Anyway, I'm gonna tell you who did have a good vacation or trip. Them white folks in Alabama. Let me tell you who didn't have a great weekend.
I mean, whose fault was that though?
Let's get into it.
Oh my God.
Let's get into it. So, as all of you all have been talking about the past couple days and memeing and laughing and videos, as we've opened up with, we all know what happened. There was an incident in Alabama.
Don't shortchange them. We've all been relishing in what happened. Let's give not the very long version because we're only here for so long, but let's.
I think we don't have to tell people what happened. I think they know what happened.
Okay, fine.
Let's just dive right into why it happened.
Oh, okay.
Why it really happened.
Okay.
Some of the history behind Alabama and what's been going on there for decades.
I didn't realize we were gonna be educating people on the show.
We're gonna get a little deeper than this, and really the point of this conversation today is why the fuck is everybody so excited about this mob fight?
It's my question.
Why is everybody so overwhelmingly excited? So Shon, you've seen it. You've seen the video from different angles, and I think somebody had a goddamn drone up there, and it's all types of shit. Why do you think Well, let me ask this first. What were your first impressions of it when you saw it going down?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you how my day went. First of all, I was still recovering from food poisoning, so I was in the bed all day, and I kept seeing the video pop up. But I have taken the position in the last 2 years where I do not watch violence. I will not watch police brutality videos. I just don't, right? Mm-hmm. So it wasn't until my boyfriend made me sit down and watch the video about 9 o'clock at night, and I saw all the series of videos. I will say this. It was literally the most hilarious thing I'd ever seen.
The most hilarious.
At least this year, for sure. It was hilarious. I will say initially I felt a little swell of pride, which we need to get into why we felt that, because I had to talk myself why the fuck are you proud of watching these white people get beat down? And it was deflated a bit when I saw the man with the chair. I just thought that was a bridge too far.
We'll get to that.
Little bridge too far with the chair.
We'll get to that.
But all the commentary, the lady with the Alabama accent explaining how we got there and what happened, it was just the ingenuity of black folks really shined with this incident. That's my favorite part of the whole thing. The ingenuity of black folks.
Okay.
You.
So much I don't avoid fight videos. As a matter of fact, I relish a good fight video and motherfuckers getting knocked out because oftentimes they deserve it. But with this one, what I do tend to shy away from is everything that everybody on social media is gawking over. And I'm like, sheep. I don't fuck with Sheppel and all that. Whatever everybody's geeked about, I tend not to pay much attention to. So I didn't even really, I guess this is when all this kind of blew up on Sunday.
Yeah. So
I didn't even really pay any attention to it until Sunday. It wasn't really until Monday that I was like, what the fuck why is everybody what happened?
How the hell did you miss all that on Sunday?
I had no shit to do on Sunday. So I was like, everybody's geeked. What is this? And then when I saw the video, I was like, yep. Classic fuck around and find out. Classic fuck around and find out. I was like, they saw it. It went down. The brother was in distress, and Marks ran to get into it. And much like you, I swell of pride. I don't know if it was pride. Yeah, it was.
It was
pride.
glee. I don't even know if it was pride. It was glee.
No. I was proud.
It was. I was gleeful.
I was proud. I was like, we finally came together to whoop some ass.
Now, can that be the first question we dig into?
Let's do it.
Now, we've been black our whole lives, right? And we can say, I would say none of those people knew each other, right? Maybe the dude who was swimming, because you're telling me that was the captain of the boat.
Well, so come to find out, point of clarity, everybody's like, that's a security guard. The brother that got into it in the first place was not a security guard. He was the co-captain of the boat they were on. So he was moving the boat up so that other people could dock.
Okay.
No matter his position, I just want to put that as a point of clarity.
Which makes the dude who jumped off the boat and swam to the dock make more sense. Yeah. But my first question is, what the hell?
Well, he was security. The young boy was part of the security.
Okay, see, that makes sense. It's still a little dramatic.
Aquaman.
He jumped. Jermichael Phelps.
Hold on. Now that was the funniest piece out of all the videos and all that shit. The nicknames for the young boy that jumped in the water to swim to the fight. Those were the best. But
No,
anyway,
the songs were the best.
the songs are pretty good.
Fade in the water.
Fade in the water.
Still singing that one. But no, what do you think made all those men? Because it was men first. Because that's not normally our MO. Normally we see somebody get in a fight, we like, oh, it's fucked up. But they literally came out of the woodworks.
Normally, when you see a fight, who you see fighting?
What do you mean?
If you were to stumble across a fight, who would you assume are fighting?
People.
Two or three or 10 brothers.
I mean, I would expect them to all be the same race. Yes.
Yes. So, what gave us this sense of pride? Why everybody jumped in? They were like, these motherfucking white boys ain't gonna be beating up on the brother. Not to mention it's Alabama, which has a long history, more years than I can count, of bullshit, blatant racism. We should dive into this North-South thing, too. But Alabama's got to be one of the more, if not the most racist state in the
I don't know if they're the most racist, but they definitely have the legacy that would lend to that.
Legacy that would lend to that. I mean, they just had, they had that first black mayor in, what city was that? Not too long ago.
I don't know, but that's pathetic, whatever it is.
Well, I'm saying.
Sick of these black firsts.
I'm just saying. Yeah, in 2023.
It's 2023, and we still having black firsts. It's
so,
utterly ridiculous.
I think, they saw a brother getting whooped on by a gang of white boys.
And losing badly, man. They were doing wrestling moves on that black man. Did you see the dude who came flying in with a flying knee?
He was holding his own, actually, to be fighting off 3 dudes.
Not when he was laying on the ground taking them knees and them punches. Not so much.
He was doing his best.
No. I mean, it was 6 of them against 1. He was going to lose.
I think that's why we immediately felt pride, felt this swell of something, because we were like, we finally came together and stood up against the white man, beating down the black man, whether that be actually physically, mentally, financially, whatever the case may be. I think it's a metaphor for how we'd like us as a people to come together to defend ourselves against this unjust white system.
Okay, I could buy that.
Now.
Yep.
Okay, what you think? Before I change gears on that.
Honestly, don't know. And I'm going to keep it a buck. We know black people don't normally do that, right? If it's your boy, if it's your homeboy, obviously you're going to jump in that fight, right? If it's Shane, you jumping in that fight. You jumping in a fight seeing a random black dude get beat up by white folks? Probably not.
Let me tell you a quick story.
You have a story about helping a random dude fight?
Quick story. I'm in line at going to a Bears game. I think I might have told this story before, maybe not. At the line of the Bears game, after the game actually, and we were taking the shuttle back to the furthest lot. And it was these 3 white guys in front of me, and this is when Clinton this was like the end of Obama's term, and Hillary Clinton had declared she was going to run, and Donald Trump declared he was going to run, or whatever. And they were obviously stomping for Trump or whatever, which is fine, whatever you're going to vote for, whatever. And they was shitting on Hillary, like shitting on her. She was all types of bitch this, bitch that,
of course,
dumb bitch, blah, blah, blah. Not my fight. Then they started talking shit about Obama.
That's when you felt?
And that's when I was like, wait a minute. So now I'm getting
Lord, black people.
Now I'm getting swole up in the chest, like we not going. And they weren't like shitting on them shit, but I could feel it coming. Here's what's funny about that story. It was these 2 Latino dudes standing right with me with another brother. And I look at them, and they look at me, and not nary a word was spoken. But we could say, we kind of look at each other like, if it goes down, I got you.
Oh, well, clearly this is something I am not privy to.
If it goes down, bruh, I got you. Because we all fight.
And maybe that's the key, right? If we fighting white folks, we'd be like, fuck that. Let's get it.
Well, that's what it is. Well, if it's the one big guy came down, right? But then it was like, brothers looking around like, oh, it's a gang of us. We can win this fight. So this ain't going to be like me and the security or the co-captain and 10 white dudes. You might not jump in that.
It's 30 of them.
But it's 15 of us and 5 of them? Oh, we about to whoop some ass.
And they women's. And y'all beat the women's. They beat them women's.
The women's jumped in it, though.
Well, true. Y'all, that one in the orange dress, not y'all like you were there, but.
The one that was sitting on the ground that got hit with the chair?
Yes.
The hit with the chair over the headpiece when she was prone on the ground was bullshit.
I agree.
Complete utter bullshit.
And he was the only one with a weapon.
And I will tell y'all this. Everybody celebrate. Chair. Y'all did all this 30 chair. That motherfucker was pussy.
That was
That
out
woman
of
was
line.
laying on the ground, not fucking with nobody. She'd already got her ass whooped. He comes and out of blue hits her with a chair.
I agree.
That's trash. However, those other women that got into it, women have weaponized their physicality, their tears, all that other shit
One
to
word
get
for
us
the day?
to get us jailed, unalive. You jump in.
So y'all were taking out a
Well,
1,000 years
that was
of.
mostly women whooping their ass though.
Uh,
It was like motherfucking
yes
what's
and
the chicks from Wakanda?
oh, I can say I can hear it in my mind, but I can't
You
get
know
it
what I'm
out.
talking about.
The Darmajay.
Domarage, whatever.
Whatever,
the hell.
yeah,
They
them.
came out of nowhere. They start
He
whooping them
did.
white
It
girls'
was.
ass.
What'd you say, Brian?
No, I was saying that there was women, they just kind of looked kind of strong.
No.
Yeah.
So Tony said that same crap, and I showed him the video like, that's a dude hitting her.
No, a couple dudes
And then he
got
was
some
like,
licks in.
oh, that is a dude.
Couple dudes got
That
some
was
licks
a
in.
dude.
Absolutely. Absolutely, they did.
Melee, everything's fair.
Everything. That's right. If you jump in, if you
in that
jump in,
vicinity, you get hit.
you might catch one.
I understand the rules of combat. That don't mean I can reflect and say, that was a bridge too far. The chair
The
was,
chair was
a bridge
absolutely.
too far.
The chair was absolutely
Bridge too far. All the fisticuffs, throwing people in the water, totally fair. Did y'all see the dude?
Come on, man. It was an exclamation point. Come
Did
on.
y'all see the dude? I thought he had thrown in the water until I saw the video from another angle. He jumped.
No, he ran his ass
He
and jumped
jumped
in
in
the
the
water.
water.
He jumped his ass in the water. Now one of the women got her ass thrown in the water, but that dude
Jumped
my
in
boy
the
left,
water.
My boy left this boy.
He
was
said,
like,
"Oh no."
That's all you mean? All right, so hold on, let me ask you this. Before we start getting into the reason why we were so happy and all this other stuff. Although we kind of touched on already.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about? All right, so the one brother's getting jumped on.
Right.
Several brothers come to his defense.
Mm-hmm.
The shit's done. The folks are on their boat. The brother's safe. The brothers came back in mob fashion to get back at the white dudes.
Oh, you mean like when they came back to the boat?
When they came back when they hopped in, when brothers are pulling their pants up hopping with no shirt on and skipping,
You skipping? Yeah.
they ready for
it's
a
on
fight.
the pipe.
They ready for a fight. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine. Was that a bridge too far?
No.
Tell
I
me
know
why.
that's a shocker to people. No, I don't think so. Like, because I don't think people felt like they got their look back. Even though that dude did like WWE body slam him. You get body slammed by a 16-year-old, that's embarrassing.
That was the dude that swam across.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
He clearly
But
got
no, like, maybe in white land that was a bridge too far. In black land, the fight ain't over till it's over.
No, I 100% agree.
So it was what it was.
Don't start no shit, won't be no shit.
And they weren't hurt enough.
You thought it was cool to 5-on-1 a brother. Now we about to 10-on-5 you.
Now wait a minute. To Brian's point, right? In the rules of fighting, it's not like it's a 1-on-1. If it's 5 of y'all, that's one of him. Guess what? All 5 of y'all are fighting him. Y'all not gonna be like, Shane got it. We just gonna stand here and chill.
No,
y'all all fighting.
No. Shane fighting one dude.
Yeah.
Shane got it until he don't got it, and then once he don't got it, I got to get in the mix.
All I'm saying is, in the rules of fighting,
No.
One of y'all gonna fight, everybody gonna
All-
fight, and it
all-
don't matter how many of it
All
is.
is fair. Even the chair was fair until he hit the prone woman, but even the chair was fair.
I mean, in the rules of fighting, the chair is fair.
There are no rules. But my point
Well, I
is
don't know a
this.
gun though. Nah,
Well,
too
that's
far.
not fighting. That's a completely
Fair.
different thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually what my friend's point was. She was like, if it was me and I had been on the boat, I had a gun, I would have shot them all. I said, okay, so hold on, let me get this straight. You start the fight. The fight gets broken up. You lose whatever, a little bit of the fight. You make it back to your boat. They want to continue the fight that you started and not just fist. And you want to shoot motherfuckers.
I actually am surprised that a gun didn't get pulled out.
They probably didn't have
from the
one,
white
no.
dude.
They didn't
I'm
have no.
surprised. Clearly not, because you get like 18 black dudes, is 4 y'all and 2 women. You losing.
But now I'm with you on this though. You started the shit.
Yes,
We finishing
we're
the
not
shit.
done.
It ain't done till it's done.
It's not done.
What they should have done was untie that goddamn boat and spit their ass off. That's what they should have done.
What would that have done?
That would have stopped them getting their ass whooped the second time.
Oh, you right. You right.
They were on the boat.
Yeah.
Maybe they were still waiting on somebody, but
No, that was that white privilege. Now, let's tell the truth, right? The only reason they were still there, and this is why they had to come back and fight them, is because they felt like they won. They weren't beat up enough, and that's why they were still sitting their asses there. If you really felt like you was about to get your ass whooped, they would have untied that boat. They'd have fucking motor. If they thought what was going to happen was actually going to happen. But that white privilege got their ass fucked up.
Yeah, facts.
Fucked around and found out.
Fucked around and found out.
out.
So do you think we should feel this much pride and joy about that incident?
All right, so the logical me...
Separate, it's been a few days.
The logical me, even in the moment of the glee, I was like, I don't understand why we so hype. Like, and I think somebody, who was this? The dude from TMZ. I was watching his clip, and he was talking about how this was like payback for slavery. And I was like, nah. And I think that's part of why people felt some joy about it. And I'm like, no. We can't let beating up on white people be our revenge for slavery, because we'd have to beat up every white person ever that lived in time to even equate to slavery. So beating up on white folks on a riverboat dock is not payback, and we need to put it in some perspective. It was what it was in the time. Funny, but to have this all this joy because of all the angst we feel about slavery, gotta put that in better perspective. What do you think?
I think that's kind of the point, though. I think we haven't had enough to celebrate, so that when something like this happens, we latch onto it and make it more than it should be. Some white people got their ass with an Alabama on a boat dock. That's what happened. That's it. That's all
it was.
That's it. That's all. All this other stuff we are extrapolating onto it. But I get it. But that's my point. Are we this thirsty for a win?
Yes. But don't we always do this when black people defeat white people? Was that Joe Louis? I don't know boxing.
Joe Louis.
Joe Louis beat Rocky Marciano. No, that's wrong. Am I right?
He didn't beat Rocky Marciano, but
anyway, he beat some white man. Okay, he beat some white man, right? And all the black people were rejoicing. We do this all the time. We did this with Obama when he defeated. Who did he defeat? Oh, I forgot who the fuck he defeated.
Second time.
We do this all the time, where a black person gets a victory over a white person, and somehow we all rejoice because it means we. OJ, that's actually a good one.
No,
OJ.
OJ was.
We
all know OJ did it, but
we
OJ
do.
got off and we was excited.
But we just have all this. We find pride in things, and I'm not saying we shouldn't be proud of Obama, but the reason that we're proud of it is kind of skewed. Like, this is not payback for slavery. That doesn't mean we overcame slavery. That's not. And I think we just have a lot.
Nobody said that.
Who's gonna say it?
Nobody said that we overcame slavery.
I mean, maybe not overcame slavery, but this is like a lick back for slavery. Like, we got our black president. Motherfucker, like, this is not
I mean,
it.
I don't put Obama in that category because I think that really was historical and really was a win for us. Now, does it even the playing field? Did it really fix anything for us? Are we better off afterwards?
We cried for months when Obama was.
Did you ever think in your lifetime you would see a black president?
Absolutely not, but I think the tears and the weeping was a little extreme.
Here's where I push back on that, particularly for generations before us and everything they fought. I do want to touch on this. I know we're here now. It's later on in the thing. I do want to touch. So I'll say this and then I'll circle back to that. Everything that our parents and our grandparents and our great grandparents fought for culminated for them in that moment.
Absolutely.
Everything we teach our kids, you can be anything you want to be, blah blah blah. Here's an example of you can be anything you want to be, right? So I think that moment of elation, that 8 years of elation and feeling great about ourselves and empowerment, I think that was real, because I think that was a significant. People can consider the president a figurehead, however they want to talk politically, but I think that was a significant moment in American history, which then led to another significant moment in American history.
Kamala?
Trump.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that was a direct cause and effect because of Obama.
Yeah.
But I think that's a real thing.
You don't think we found joy in that because of all the anxiety, and I'm just going to call it what all our anxiety around slavery and the effects of slavery that we're still...
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Slavery, redlining, you name it. We could name all the ills that we suffer to this day. So yes, that was a direct side effect of that. And so is the jubilation over this incident.
Well, that's why I'm putting them all together, because we're having, I will say, black people, that we are a little overly emotional. when it comes to stuff like this because of that.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe not overly emotional is not the word, but we are emotional
Yeah.
when we defeat white people in any arena, right? It really could be anything. We get very emotional about it.
We don't see it very often.
We don't. Wait a minute, that's not true. We see it all the time in basketball. We see it all the time in football.
Sports.
But we do it all the time there.
We don't even pay no attention no more. We expect to win in that. We're more shocked when we lose than when we don't win.
But you do realize that wasn't always the case, right?
Well, we couldn't always.
Even in boxing,
we
it
couldn't
wasn't
always play.
true.
As soon as we could play, it was done. So
All I'm saying is we do have instances where we see it all the time, and yet no. To your point, right? We see it all the time in basketball. We see it all the time in football. We see it all the time in boxing.
sports. These things
But
don't.
it's not all
at the end of the day,
sports.
these things don't really matter. In the '60s and '50s or whatever, when Joe Louis and Sugar Ray Robinson and were beating and winning against white people, or my man, the heavyweight back in the day, Jack Johnson, right? You know, that's all we had. We was a generation or two removed from slavery. So to see a black dude even get to hit a white dude, not go to jail or get shot or killed, was a win, right? We in a different time now. But,
Are we, though?
But not even. I was just about to say, but are we really?
No.
Because even right now, I think a lot of what we are happy about this incident is a lot of them white people got arrested. A lot of black people got
Now,
arrested.
I will say that I was shocked. So many all the white people got arrested. I was shocked. Even the lady who got hit over the head with a chair. The women got arrested too. I was shocked.
They were wild.
I understand, but when does that ever stop police from saying, you know what?
No, you're right. You're right.
I don't know.
Now-
I know these black people. I saw them. I don't know what these white
Now, a
people
lot of
did.
those cops are black too, though.
True. But they did arrest the black people first, so the stereotype did continue
Well, I
at
mean,
first.
They had the dude with the chair was out there wild. They had to grab his
And
ass.
he need look. I'll argue with anybody in the comments. The dude with the chair needs to go to jail. Sorry, not sorry.
Absolutely. You know who also needs to go to jail?
The white people.
That big ass Q that was swinging like this.
Why does
Bruh, y'all should be ashamed of yourself. That big dude was
I gotta watch that.
swinging. This is right before the dude would start swinging the chair.
I didn't see that.
Oh yeah, he
now I
was,
have to go back and
he was
watch.
swinging like my daughter. Bruh, y'all should be upset with him.
Wait up. That's mean.
Why?
What do you know? I don't even want to know what you're implying.
My daughter's
We're
12.
moving on. We're moving on.
My daughter's 12.
We're moving on. That's all I got to say.
She can't fight. That's the whole point. My man was out there bogus.
He tried.
He need to
He
do
tried
better.
like the ladies.
He need to do better. I thought he was going to go hair pull next. That mark was on some. He was trash.
I hate you.
Yeah, he was. He was trash. I couldn't believe that. Q should be fucking offended.
What, they gonna revoke his membership because he hit like a girl?
Hey, they might want to go to that Purple Alert page and make sure that motherfucker even in the
Are we
Vegas.
sure they were accused?
Oh, they were Qs.
How do you know? Because I didn't see
They
any
had
lettering.
Vegas shit all over their shirts.
I didn't see it. All I saw was purple. That's all I saw.
You thought it was a family reunion. They just happened to choose purple as the
It
color.
could have been. That's not improbable. Could have been a church group. It could have been anything.
Oh God, I hope it wasn't a church group. 'Cause they forbade Jesus that day. There was no
All
forgiving.
I'm saying is, I wasn't sure if they were accused. People kept saying they were accused. It's the right shade of purple, but I was like, are we sure they were
I'm
accused?
pretty sure they were accused.
Bruh. Okay, y'all gonna revoke his membership because he was hitting like a girl.
Y'all should snatch the letters right off that. He need to get back in the cut. 'Cause that was a pitiful
Are there any
display.
cues in the comments?
That was a pitiful
Dennis?
display. That was a pitiful display. Anyway. So let me ask you this.
Yes.
I do want to touch on this though.
Yes.
My boy Jason Smith. What up? Shout out Jay. He made a comment when I announced that we were having this conversation. He made a point that I 100% stand behind, and people are all about. We not our ancestors.
Oh, great combo.
We ain't our ancestors. You can catch these hands. Yada 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 yada. We are not our ancestors. Does that make us tougher or softer? I argue softer.
I would agree with. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say. I understand what people are trying to say when they say we're not our ancestors, but if you're honest, you couldn't have dealt with a quarter of what our ancestors did. Not even a quarter. You would have got that lash and you would have fell out crying like a little baby on the ground.
Look, I never want to fight a motherfucker more than say, if I was a slave, I'd have such no the fuck
If you
would
was a
not.
slave, you would have took that dick up your ass just like all the rest of the
You
slaves.
probably
Stop
wouldn't even
it.
made it over here. Your weak ass would have died in Voyage.
No, I disagree. I think the ones who died in Voyage that threw themselves over were
No. I'm not talking about that.
or just got sick and
I'm talking
died
about
from
got your
like
ass
malaria.
Sick and died with your weak ass.
I mean, would I have been a slave? I don't know. I don't know. But that kind of trauma, I don't think I would have had the first thought to revolt. But it's cute to think that you would have. Your ass would be a slave in them slave quarters, shitting in a bucket just like every other fucking slave before you.
Here, and let's not even go back all the way to slavery. I think that's an extreme that's just dumb or ignorant to the utmost. But let's say, our parents. Let's say our grandparents.
Oh, we definitely tougher than them.
Tougher than our grandparents? No. The fuck
Well, kind of depends
we
on
are
what
not.
you mean.
We won't
our
even,
grandparents?
Our grandparents.
'cause
No,
they
we
dealt
won't.
with Jim Crow.
They
so.
dealt with all types of shit.
They dealt, yeah.
Yeah, spit on, fire hoses, dogs sicked on a march. We
yeah.
won't even fucking...
Wait a minute, don't do that, because most of our grandparents were not out there getting bit by dogs
Not
and fire
all
hose.
of them. Not all of them.
Not even a good percentage of our grandparents were.
We talking about Jim Crow, couldn't vote, colored water fountains, all this
Yes.
stuff, riding the back of the bus, all this shit, right? That not all of them went out and marched and rebelled against
Right.
it, but they had to
The
suffer
latter
through.
part of Jim Crow.
Yeah.
I mean, not the latter part, but the parts of Jim Crow that they all deal with.
What are we doing?
Wait a minute. Now, let's be honest
I can't
here.
even get motherfuckers to come out to a school book fair drive.
We are too apathetic. If Jim Crow, I'm going to say this, and y'all going to get mad at me. If Jim Crow came back into play, the number of blacks who would push back would be insignificant.
Absolutely.
Insignificant. We would all fall in line. We'd all drink out that nasty, dirty fountain. We'd all use the black people bathroom. We'd all sit in the back of the bus and have little pushback to do it. And if you tell me you would, you'd a liar.
No. I disagree there.
We would not push back.
There'd be initial pushback. So them first few motherfuckers got their head busted.
Oh, fair.
Then you motherfuckers falling in line.
You're right. Look.
All that what I won't do, but I want to. You catch these hands. I'm not my ancestors. You should have fuck on your ancestors. You ain't nearly as tough as your ancestors.
You gonna be yes sir, no sir.
All that shit.
Yes ma'am, no ma'am.
Great migration happened because our ancestors was
whooping ass.
And they ran away.
They had to get out the fuck out of here.
I've never told this story.
Motherfuckers are corporate fucking slaves right now. Yes sir, no sir, and all up and down corporate hallways.
So my grandfather just turned 95, originally from Alabama. Why did he leave Alabama? Because some white woman accused him of trying to date her. He's like, I don't want to date that ugly bitch. White people wanted to come and find him. His mother sent him to Chicago. That's how he ended up here. And my grandfather was ready to fight their ass with his skinny ass. Would have lost and been strung up by a tree.
That's all right.
But yeah, like... We don't fight March now for fear of what happens to our grandparents. We ain't about that life. We not.
We not about that life, right? And what happened to them ain't gonna even happen to us.
It's not even that we're afraid of what happened to our grandparents. We don't care enough. If we just want to tell the truth, we like our cushy lives, we like our BMWs, we like our house in the suburbs.
Truth.
And marching would interfere with that if we just told the goddamn truth.
You hate the talented 10th, but I'm gonna say it again. every show that shit come up, the talented 10th is not willing to risk what they have.
The talented 50th.
For the betterment of us.
The talented 50%, the talented 80% aren't. Even the poors. Shout out to the In the Zone page. Even the poors are too cushy to fight for their freedom in that way. No. Here's
what's really sad about it. At this point in time in history, we don't even really have to fight. We just got to get off our ass and do something. We just got to go into the community and tutor. We just got to go in the community and volunteer some time, do some financial literacy. Everything we know better, we could teach to our people that don't. Mm-hmm. But we not.
It's not. We don't even have to do, because that actually requires work, and as we've already said, we too lazy for that shit. We could do what we already do.
Zoom now. You ain't even got to go to the hood.
We could do what we already do. Spend money in the fucking community. We won't fucking do that.
You got to go to the community to spend it.
Now.
Yeah, exactly.
Y'all be making my points for me, but that's okay.
Exactly. Melody Barbecue, by the way.
What?
Yep, Melody Grill. Black business we should support.
I've never heard of it.
Oh,
I thought you said
Melody.
I thought you said something. It's medley, not
melody.
melody.
Medley, I'm sorry.
That's what I was like. What are you talking about?
I was at medley. I'm sorry, my bad.
Well, if we shout them out, go check out Medley on 83rd and Stony. It's really 82nd and Stony. I personally love the chicken skins to die for.
There it is. Beef cheeks. Smack them cheeks.
But now that we talked about how the current generation is whack and lame, where do we go from here?
You know what, though? Here's what I am semi-excited about, though.
Yes.
I think we're whack and lame. I think from 50 to 30, we suck.
You think we get less lame at 60?
But, well, that's a different generation in my eyes.
It won't be in a second.
Well, no, as we get older, obviously. But the younger generation, my oldest kids' ages, the 20 to the 18 to 16 to 30s, I feel good about them.
What do you mean?
I think they got a little more. One, I think they're a little more empathetic in general. I think they got a little bit more gumption about what they want to see accomplished and what should be done and what's right and wrong. Now, they don't always speak to African American issues only, obviously, but they have a voice that are not afraid to use it on a larger scale than I see us. Now, they got easier tools than we ever had, right? Obviously, they can tweet and Snapchat and Instagram and threads their ass to death. But
are we sure about this?
Wait, when George Floyd protests and everything else you saw happening in the country, that was all young people.
That was kids. That was
all young people.
That was kids.
Not all, but mostly.
Yeah.
Mostly.
I would say it was 40 and under for sure.
Most of these rallies and everything you see, if you ever go to any of this shit, it's all kids.
We ain't shit calling these fucking 29-year-olds kids.
Yeah, I know. That's why I gave it. That's why I put it in air quotes. But I do feel a little bit better about them, and they just got this wealth of knowledge at their fingertips that we had to go into encyclopedias and the car catalog to figure out. They can just Google shit and figure stuff out and find answers and stuff, and they're just smarter.
You don't think they'll become equally as apathetic as us in 10 years?
I think they already are.
I agree.
Because they're going to fight for the causes of America, which is gay rights.
Well, that's why I said it's not all about African American fights.
I think that they're looking at it from a global standpoint, and they're not thinking about black people. They're thinking about what's right and what's wrong. I argue with my daughter all the time about me having certain stances about, no, black first. And she's like, no, people first. You know,
that I agree with.
Which part? Black first?
No. That they think that, and that's what I was saying. That they don't necessarily focus on African American issues. They focus on issues.
But I didn't want to go down this road. But isn't I know y'all gonna say no. I know. I don't even know why I'm going down this fucking road. But isn't issues, if they black, it's a black issue.
No.
If you black and LGBTQ, it's a fucking black issue. If you black and female, it's a black issue.
Agreed.
If you're black and handicapped, it's a black issue.
To a point.
There's no to a point.
There's to a point. I'm black and I'm not physically challenged, so that doesn't affect me.
Is that the bar?
No. Things that affect us as a race affect us.
Well, then you're discounting a lot of things.
I'm not discounting their plight, their struggle. I'm saying that if it happens to a black person, it doesn't necessarily make it a completely black issue. It just doesn't.
I disagree. Because you can discount things that happen to black women. If that's the position you're gonna take, if a black woman
that's over 50% of us. So I mean,
okay, but the point is, if black women say, "Hey, this is something we're dealing with," and black men ain't dealing with it, then where do we go from there?
Women's that's too big of a. I'm talking about very specific subsections.
But they're all
very specific.
Here's the problem with trying to subset black.
And I'm not saying you shouldn't.
You'll do that to death.
I'm not saying you shouldn't support it. But there are issues that affect us globally as a racial construct. Whether you're a woman, whether you're physically challenged, whether you're gay, whether you're whatever.
Like what?
Shit.
Because we all ain't poor. We're all not poor.
We're not all poor. No.
We all don't have. A lot of us have access to vote. Our voting rights aren't all challenged.
Sure.
Some of us don't live in food deserts.
Sure.
So see, these would be. This is why I push back, right? Because you'll say there are things that affect all of us. There is not. You can't name one thing that affects every single black person.
Institutional racism.
There are some of us that don't even get impacted by that.
Bullshit. We all get impacted by institutional racism. Every last one of us.
Okay. I would say no.
How many black billionaires are there?
two of that out. Two. Oprah and Robert Smith and Kanye. Well, if you start counting like Nigerians and stuff, then I don't know if they black.
I'm talking Americans. I'm talking black.
I think it's only the three. It's Robert Smith, Oprah. Well, let me say this: the ones that Forbes has announced. Now there may be some other billionaires that they just like. Don't put me in fucking Forbes. To Brian's point, right?
That's what I told him.
I fucking hate you. But I can name two: Oprah Winfrey, Robert Smith. Who?
LeBron.
Oh, I didn't know that. LeBron James.
There's a couple. Jay-Z and Beyonce.
I thought Jay-Z himself was a billionaire.
So is Beyonce.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they
We've
both-
just named 5. Kanye floats in and out of billionaire status.
Nope. Done.
I'm just saying, he floats
got you.
in and out.
All right.
He floats in and out of being a billionaire.
So we talk about
Dr. Dre.
Dre.
Is he a billionaire yet?
He is, yeah.
Beats.
Yeah, he got that. Beats made him a billionaire.
Oh, okay. Well, then Dr. Dre. Okay, we've named 10.
All right, no, we've read like 6 and half of them in Rock Nation. What the hell? I'm just saying. I said that to say that institutional racism counts because you can list I don't know how many white billionaires based on the blood, sweat, and tears, usually of slavery.
True. I would agree.
We don't have that. So that alone has restricted us and kept us in a certain stratosphere of movement.
Yeah, but I'm not about to go. Oh, Rihanna. Forgot about her. But in order...
All entertainers,
Wow,
right?
wow.
Mostly entertainers.
Why y'all gonna make me do this? Y'all gonna really make me...
Come on.
This?
Come on.
In order to become a billionaire, you gotta make some people poor. You can't be a billionaire without making people poor. So guess what? Robert Smith made some people poor to become a billionaire. Rihanna made some people be poor to be...
Elaborate on that. Made people poor. Talk to me.
You have to create structures, right? In order to grow your wealth,
Sure.
how are you building this wealth? Is this money coming out of the ground? You have to
You
create...
say there's only so much wealth in the world?
There is only so much wealth in the world.
Bullshit. They print more money. They print more
That's
money.
only for the government. They don't print more money for Robert Smith.
Yeah, what I'm saying
They don't
is,
say, here, Mr. Smith, we're going to print you $300 million.
there's an
We wish you well.
unlimited amount of money they can print
Correct.
to pay whatever. Now,
Correct.
the value of that dollar may decrease,
Correct.
but I don't think you necessarily...
Who has built their wealth on making other people wealthy?
It's not like...
Now, you make consumerism, which makes people spend money, which in effect make people poor. You don't pay people properly, which makes you more wealthy and in effect makes people poorer.
Let's assume that they didn't do any of that.
That's not possible.
Why not?
Because it's not. That's the nature of capitalism.
They paid all the black people fairly.
Where? Where?
Jay-Z pays all his people fairly.
Where? Ain't he in a lawsuit right now because he was trying to teach the people in Marcy about cryptocurrency? They said, nigga, what the fuck?
I don't know anything about this.
My understanding is he had a course for the people in the Marcy projects on how to do cryptocurrency, how to make money in cryptocurrency.
What's wrong with that? I made some money in
And
cryptocurrency.
they turned that nigga the fuck.
I made money in
I make
crypto.
$13,000 a year. What are we doing here?
Oh.
What, JC?
Oh, I see.
What the fuck are we doing?
I see what you're saying. All right. We
And they had to pay.
All right. Oh, Jay, come on,
What the
Jay.
fuck?
You got to pay. Come on, Jay. All right. God, I don't think that's true. Jay would never do that.
Shit.
Jay would never do that. Back on track. What?
I don't know. We got all. I told
Okay,
you I didn't want to go down this
That's
fucking
all right.
road.
That's all right. Back on track.
How does history, local, national, play into the incident, and how do we react
Well,
to
I
that?
think this is what we're touching on right now, right? How history has affected us in so many different ways, right? And the reason, again, that we latched onto this incident in such a joyous occasion is because historically we haven't had a lot of reasons to celebrate, particularly in Alabama, which, as I said earlier, has such a historical landmine, a legacy of atrocity towards us. So, I think that locally, for local Alabamians, I don't even know that's how you
Probably. That
phrase
makes sense to me.
I can definitely see where they're like, yep, we sick of this shit, and this is representative of us not having it no more.
Should we like make this a thing now? Should we just go around beating up groups of white folks?
What? No. It wasn't like they just. I think this would be different if they just jumped on a random group of white people.
All I'm saying is, this gonna be a thing. Am I gonna start seeing videos at the playpen? Y'all beating up on the drunk white people.
No, we party with that. I got no issues with Brad and Biff as long as they let me on the boat. And
Give me that jet ski.
Give me that good ski. I told you about that. No. So what you're saying is this
This is gonna be a thing.
Let's get to another question. Is this a pivotal moment? Is this a hold on now? A lot of people are saying that this is the kickoff to something bigger. That fires have started with smaller sparks.
This is to my earlier point. We be emotional about shit that we don't need to be emotional about. It's a fucking fight. We have seen black and white people fight before. What are we doing?
Yeah, but it wasn't in Alabama. It wasn't about a group of black people coming together to defend one brother against a group of a horde of ghetto white people. They're saying, some people are saying this is an access tipping moment.
Is that what you think this is? This is the tipping
Fuck
point?
no.
Is this what you're trying to tell me? Now we gonna start marching and fighting for our rights and re-establishing affirmative action and buying black? Is that what you're trying to tell me? This the tipping point for that?
No, all this did was distract us from more serious fucking shit than it, as always. And we'll latch on to this until the next thing happens.
I mean, I think the only thing that will happen is maybe we'll see a few more brawls through this year, and it will be the same come 2024.
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
If that had been a boat of black people and the co-captain did the same thing and got jumped by 3 or 4 black people, do you think other black people would have come down to his defense?
No, this wouldn't even make news. No.
Fuck if it make the news. Do you think other people would have come to his defense?
Not
black
in the same. Well, let me take that back. Yes, I think 1 or 2 people, but I don't think it would have been the same volume of black people. I think somebody would have came over like, "Fuck y'all doing? Like, stop hitting him," and then took him away. And I think it would have been like that. I don't think it would have been nearly the same melee. No, I don't think so. Why do you?
I 100% disagree.
Shut up.
I don't think not one black person would have stepped in and done shit.
You don't think
Maybe
Aquaman would have came over there?
Maybe the security would have came over there and tried to break it up.
Yeah.
To the point where it got too violent for them, and they're like, "Oh, I ain't getting my ass over for this shit." Mm-hmm. Isn't that sad?
That's a good question, actually.
Is
it though?
Isn't that sad? The
No.
same thing. He's just doing his job, doing what he's supposed to. Some black people get mad about him moving their boat or whatever. They jump him. We probably letting that go down and filming and saying World Star.
No, I don't know if that's sad, because I do hold the position that, okay, back to the talents and tits conversation, right? We have a thing where black people have to be perfect. And
I won't.
We gotta fight. We fight sometimes. It's a thing. Are you trying to tell me every time you had a fight, some stranger helped you?
No.
Then why?
But I wasn't getting jumped by 5 dudes.
You've never been jumped by 5 dudes by yourself?
Not by myself.
Oh, lucky you.
I'm not threatening. Nobody wants to jump on me.
I don't know if that's sad.
That's sad.
I can see why somebody would think that's sad. I don't know
It's
if I feel like
unfortunate
that's
that
sad.
we won't step in and help each other out in these instances, but we will if it's somebody of another race. Now, I get why we do that. I also get why maybe we don't do that, right? Like, I don't know, maybe that nigga deserve his ass whooping. I mean, or maybe it's, I think we're more scared of each other than we are other people.
Nah, I think we're more apathetic.
That's the fear. That's the sad part for me. I think we're more afraid
Of fighting each other?
of jumping in with other black people. Yes. I think we're afraid of each other. There's a certain fear I don't have for white people or Indian people or Asian people or Latin people.
I'm processing what you're saying.
I'm just being honest.
I could kind of see that. I just feel like we're more apathetic to each other. I think we just be like, I don't. But imagine if it had done that, right? There's all black people.
Mm-hmm.
And all these black people swimming and coming down bridges and accused of steal. It would have made that a completely different story. Which
here's where I differ in the fuck around and find out that I said earlier. If it was all black people and they came to his rescue and stopped from whatever was going on, I would hope that's where it would end.
just like, hey, y'all, be cool.
Like, get off him, boom, bam.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple blows thrown, yada, yada. His boys got his bag, or the security got him. Everything's over. The black dudes that started went to their boat. The other brothers walked off. Maybe they go, this is very mature, but they go tell the police or something, whatever. I hope for us that's where it would end, and it wouldn't turn into something, because it's a horrible look for us otherwise. The second part. And, let's be honest, in a lot of people's eyes, it's still a horrible look for us.
How?
Black conservatives, like, look at these animals. White folks, look at these animals. Everybody else is like, look, they are not celebrating with us.
I've been trying to see what white people think about it. My algorithm won't let me see what the white folks think.
Because they in the dark room. They in white Twitter.
No, do you know CNN? Now, that shit happened on Sunday. What's today? Wednesday? Mm-hmm. CNN just started reporting on it yesterday. Mm-hmm. I was like, y'all 3 days late. Why y'all just reporting on this now? I'm going to tell you the truth. I don't think white people give a fuck, honestly.
Well, most white people like those country-ass, redneck-ass white people. I don't give a fuck.
Y'all don't fuck.
Fine. But if this had been us, all us.
Oh, it would have been terrible.
It's a horrible, and I'm telling, I don't, white people don't not care. I got in a disagreement with my girl, a black conservative, the other day about this shit.
Seriously?
And she was like, that shit was awful. Look at those horrible black people.
Well, what was her expectation to happen?
She said that when the co-captain got jumped, and then when it was all black people jumped in, she was like, that's fine. They came to his defense. Then it should have been done. Everything after that, look at the terrible black people. She's black.
Did she grow up in the hood at all?
Yeah.
Y'all fucking talented tens, boy, I swear.
I'm just telling you that everybody black, and definitely not everybody non-black, is celebrating this shit.
And we gotta stop that weirdness about like everything black people do is a reflection on black people. It's not.
And we're not a monolith, and everybody don't have to have the same viewpoints on this.
Yeah.
But back to my original point, it's unfortunate that we don't defend each other against each other. And I swear it's
I would agree with that part, but your original point was, isn't that sad? And I'm like,
it is sad. It's sad.
The part that we don't offend each other?
It's sad.
Now, that part I would agree.
It's
that
sad.
part is sad.
We'll see a sister getting drugged up and down the street by 6 other sisters, and we ain't gonna do shit about it. We'll see a dude getting jumped by 3-4 other brothers. We ain't stepping in.
Y'all will see a woman get punched in the face in the middle of a store and be like, it not had nothing to do with me.
This is what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
This is my point. But it's usually out of fear. It's not apathy. It's not, I don't care.
Okay,
it's that I don't want to get into this shit, and then motherfucker shoot me, motherfucker stab me, motherfucker kill me. Shit, I step in and stop the system from getting hit. Now she whooped my ass with the dude, because why you hitting my man? Bitch, because he was hitting you. What the fuck? So.
How do we overcome that fear? Should we overcome that fear?
I would like to think we would. I would like to think that we have each other's backs even with each other. Now, I'm not saying that if 2 dudes scrapping in the street that shit, maybe that motherfucker deserving that asshole, but I don't know what happened. But I know what never should really happen is 8-9 dudes jumping one dude. 3-4 girls fighting one girl. Like, nah, come on, y'all. Let's do better than that.
That'd make my high school experience so much different, but I digress. Because I saw a lot of that. But no, I think I get what you're saying. Do we not jump in out of fear? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's self-preservation for sure.
There's a fear. There's not a if that had been happening on a dock and I decided to jump in, me and 2 of my guys, right? Now it's a pretty fair fight. It's something about the white dudes I ain't really shook by. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that's by me being black. That's the mentality I have about it.
You?
Even me.
Yellow Asian man?
Girl, you know how many fights I got my ass out of in college just by being black? It was like, whew, that was close. Nothing white boys gonna whoop my ass.
Y'all only knew.
But I swole up and started doing the clap shit and all that bullshit. Fuck, you know what fuck I'm from?
And skipping.
Like I wanted to fight. They was like, shit, if that little motherfucker acting this crazy, he must be able to fight. Nah. Nah, son.
I love us and hate us all at the same time.
But that shit ain't gonna work.
That don't work as no black female. We can't just, well, maybe it does. I don't turn her on, so maybe that's the problem.
I'm just telling you. But my point is this, that there's a level of distrust that I even have with each other, right?
You know what? Like, that is a good call. We don't trust each other. We're more suspicious with each other, to your earlier point, than we are with white folks. Mm-hmm. Which is weird, given the legacy that white people have with us. Like, why are we so much more, and I already know the answer to this, why are we so much more distrustful of ourselves than we are with white people?
Well, Because as we already know statistically, crime that happens in who you're in your closest proximity to.
That's not why. You know why.
That is why.
No, it's not.
Why?
White supremacy. That's why.
We've been brainwashed? Is that what you're saying?
Okay. I have said this on this show before. White supremacy works when everybody buys into it. If everybody buys into all the narratives, not only about other races but themselves, we do the work of white supremacy. That's why we are distrustful of each other, because of white supremacy. White supremacy told us we're not to be trusted. They've told the world we're not to be trusted, and we've bought into that ideology.
But we also experienced it.
But we're humans, people.
No. What I'm saying is, 80% of crimes that happen to people happen in the communities in which they live.
This is accurate.
Most of the time, when you're living in a community, you live in a community with people that look like you.
I agree.
So, again, I should have had Noelle on this damn show. Noelle, I'm sure you ain't watched it, but if you are, what's up, girl? She was saying that, and I can't disagree with her, that she has a certain distrust of black people that she doesn't have with other races, because a lot of the bad things that have happened to her by the hands of black people.
I got that.
And I argued that. I said, sure. I said, but you lived in predominantly black communities, so of course the bad things that have happened to you have happened to you around the people that you're around most of the time.
Right.
I've gotten in way more fights with black people than I have white people, because I'm around black people more. So, I mean, that plays its part.
Absolutely.
And what you said plays its part.
But that's part of the mechanism of white supremacy, right? Because black people were doing it, now I gotta be scared. If you analyzed your whole life, how many times have the people who have fucked me over the most have been white people, right? At least in my career.
Oh, absolutely.
Most of the time I've gotten bad service was at white establishments. Yeah. But, and if you're honest, you would agree with that. But we have a narrative about how black establishments have bad customer service. And we feed into that and we buy into that. Instead of just seeing people as people are fucked up regardless of your race, creed, color, height, or bad breath, whatever. People are fucked up. And to your point, if you spent more time with women and women fuck you over, what's going to be your narrative? Which is also part of white supremacy, that they tell us, they feed a story to you, right? Mm-hmm. That black people ain't shit and cannot be trusted.
Savages, animals,
then you have stories to back up a narrative that they fed you. Boom. Now you believe the ideology.
And let's also say that the reason that we usually live around each other in such great mass numbers, particularly in white supremacy, because we've been redlined, right? And we can only get places that only allow us to live around each other.
See? Told you. The culprit is white supremacy. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. It's been brilliant.
Undercover brother.
We just got to start dissecting our lives a little bit more.
So let's dissect this incident just a touch more.
What else you want to say about the black people and the white people fighting? Other than I want to see it at the playpen. That's going to be fun.
That will not be good.
Why? That would be amazing. Because then y'all going to really see some fade in the water on the playpen.
The playpen?
Fade in the water.
Hey,
fade in the rich water.
It'll never happen.
Probably not.
It'll never happen.
I know. Y'all don't want to fuck up y'all good time at the playpen.
Fuck, why would we?
Because we got a whole lakefront. You just need that one spot. Got an entire lakefront.
Hold on. The playpen is the melting pot, though. You want to talk about integration and everybody being together and having a good time, kumbaya, which the rest of the city had? The playpen is the spot for that.
Really? Because the pores are there?
No, the poor is not going to be there.
No, so it is really a melting pot.
I didn't say of a financial melting pot. I didn't say a socioeconomic melting pot. I said a melting pot of all races.
Oh, melting pot of all 1%ers. That's cute.
Well, I'm just saying.
And a few little 20%ers.
Let's be honest. Most of the battles we get into aren't racial. They're socioeconomic.
That's true. I agree.
If we all got money, the fuck I'm mad at you for?
Because you got money.
So do I. So what we fighting about?
Because if you got money and I got money, then how am I special?
We ain't trying to be special. We special because we out here together.
God damn it, Brian. I'm not doing this with you today.
I'm just telling you, we special because we out here together.
You mean in the playpen? Oh, okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Sorry, I was taking it someplace else.
We safe in the water. You
pores. You pores.
You pores.
Can't stand you.
Hold on, though. Let me ask you this.
Yes.
Do you think that was right and wrong on both sides of this incident?
Yes, I told you the chair dude with the
Besides,
chair.
outside
too
of the
far.
chair, dude.
Oh, well, obviously the white people were just doing too much. I will say, in the defense of the white women, what else are you supposed to do? No, wait a minute.
We defending the white women.
Hear me out.
We
Hear me out.
defending the white women.
Hear me out. If I'm on a boat, and my man is huge, so I shouldn't have to. But my man get into a fight, and a whole bunch of motherfuckers be pounding on him, what else am I supposed to do but try to get them off of him? Which is what they were trying to do.
Stay your black ass on the boat.
Then I ain't shit. If I sit there on the boat drinking my mimosa,
I ain't say,
Tony getting his ass whooped by
I
four
ain't
motherfuckers.
like, fight harder, baby. Call the police, run and get security, do whatever you're going to do. Do not get your ass involved in the fight.
That's not even realistic.
It should be, because I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. You're going to get lumped up.
I understand.
And now he can't even fight the way he want to fight, because now he got to figure out how to try to defend you.
I understand, but we gotta be realistic here. I'm watching. Let's say we in a relationship. We ain't just be lit. We ain't. We in a relationship.
You ain't got to be so aggressive about it.
We in a relationship. You in a fight.
Uh-huh.
I feel like.
Let me tell you what I don't want you to do. Get involved in the fight.
I understand that.
Any man in the comments, brothers, tell the truth. You in a fight, 3 dudes jumping you. You do not want your girl getting into it.
I understand the logic of that, but you can't expect her not to try to do something.
Not get involved in the fight.
I'm just saying, if somebody beating up on Tony, my first response is gonna be to try to get him off Tony.
That's because you a hood booger. I get it. But here's what I want you to do.
I mean, you're not gonna tell him
and run your ass off and try to find security. Because now a motherfucker fighting you, beating your ass, or hitting you. Now I got to figure out how to get to him instead of doing what I need to do to defend myself while I'm trying to get over there. The other 2 motherfuckers beating on me even worse.
Again,
I can't defend you and me.
I understand the logic. I'm just telling you,
I feel
the brain is gonna be like, get off of my man.
I feel that that's what you want to, that's what
Yes.
I'm just telling you. If this scenario should
Run
ever
away.
arise, run.
Tony, I know you watching. You agree with this?
Run. Tony, you know it's true. Run.
I consider it.
This is.
I do not want her involved. Call them people instead. Don't come in there swinging.
Exactly. Because now all you doing is giving them right to fuck you up.
Now wait a minute. It's women in the comments. Are y'all telling me if your man's getting beat up by 3 motherfuckers, you gonna be like, let me go over there and get security? I probably would not. I'd probably try to. And I understand. I should not jump in. I understand. That's not gonna be my first response.
And I appreciate your need to want to defend me, to help me not get my ass whooped. But let me tell you what your need to not want to let my ass whoop gonna happen. Me getting my ass whooped. And then probably your ass whooped.
The first chair I should have.
I'm jumping on somebody and
Thank
saying,
you!
next thing you know, you in the water.
Thank you.
Pull out the hammer. Oh, well, if you got a gun, then that's a whole different. Now you pop, get
All
off
right,
them.
so it's not just me. Everybody trying to.
Not everybody. Oh, not everybody.
Well, Stephanie clearly is calling.
Say, I'm calling security. That's right.
One of us.
Thank you. See? That's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Hold on, another quick fucking story.
Yes.
I'm in high school.
I think we have time. Brian,
we got time.
Brian is having fun. So.
No. And we ain't even. We got about a couple minutes. I'm in high school.
Yes.
You know, you wear your dookie ropes, your chains, or whatever. But I was wearing
you had one in high school?
No. But I had a herringbone, nice ass herringbone. But it wasn't mine. It was my girlfriend's. We were off campus at lunch. I was wearing it. I was with her. I could head on the swivel. I saw the dudes, the project dudes that lived across the street from where we was having lunch, eyeing the chain. They see us wrapping up. They get up. They go outside. They just standing around.
I've heard this story before.
I'm sure you have. I'm just telling you how y'all get us fucked up. I'm like, hey, don't go outside. Hang back for a second. Oh, we gonna be late. The bell gonna ring. I'm like, fuck that bell. Stay right here for us. We gotta hang back for a little bit. And I didn't have time to tell her. She's so busy trying to rush out the door, she runs her ass out the door. Now they hanging around outside. Are they gonna fuck her up? Probably not. Maybe they'll snatch her purse or something. What I gotta do? Take my goofy ass outside. And guess what happened?
You got your chains.
You
got her chains snatched.
Her chain snatched with her dumb ass. And then she looked at me like, get my shit back. And I was like, hell no. That motherfucker's Here was the bad part. They wouldn't even respect. Usually they snatch a chain and run. Them motherfuckers just walked off to the right.
They knew you wasn't shit. They were like, he'll be all right.
What the fuck was I gonna do? But what I'm saying is, don't get your man in bullshit.
Again, logical Chantel totally understands that.
Yeah.
You in the middle of a fucking melee? I'm not saying I'm gonna be logical.
Okay, so
Tony,
you saying,
I'm sorry.
So you saying that you understand why the white women got involved?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You watching your man get beat up, or their brother, or whoever that was to them. Your initial response gonna be to protect them.
Okay, why couldn't there be? And I get that it's crazy. I've been in melee, so I get that it ain't this easy. Can you not hit him? Like, if you come in swinging or grabbing
Well,
me,
wait,
or
they
whatever,
were grabbing them at first. They didn't come in swinging at first until one of them got elbowed
Soon
in the
as you
chest,
grab-
and then they started fighting.
As soon as you grab me, I don't know who you are.
I understand that.
I'm turning around, and I might pop you and be like, "Ooh, shit, my bad." But by then,
Oh no, wasn't nobody. Ooh, I hit you. They were like,
no,
bloop,
but it was too
bloop,
late.
bloop, bloop.
Too late. She was
I was
too
like,
late. by
God
then.
damn.
But most of them was the female security. Most of them.
Why y'all keep telling this lie? Them
It
men
was.
was hitting them goddamn women.
I'm not saying they wasn't. I'm saying
was
most of
hitting
them.
them women.
Most of them was female security. I'm just saying.
All right, I
just
wish I could play that clip again because it showed it was them
Shit.
dudes hitting them
Play
motherfuckers
that
in the face.
motherfucker. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying that most of what you saw, the dragon.
I mean, yes. Now those were the chicks.
Okay, that's
But
all I'm saying.
the first three pieces they got, dudes, and the chair, a dude.
The chair did
Thrown in the water, a dude.
The chair did. No, the girl.
Oh,
threw,
was it?
The girl threw. I told you some of them girls just look rough. You just didn't know. Right, I was saying. That one chick had like hair like that. That motherfucker was that was a chick.
Oh my god, I hate
That was a
you.
girl that threw it.
Oh my god.
What else
We
got
done
in
beat
there?
up the white folk. But yes, I would cut the white women some bail. What is you supposed to do?
Okay.
And if they had ran away crying, calling the police, then y'all would have been white woman tears. So they couldn't have won
Hold
for
on.
losing.
If there was, they didn't. That's right. Listen, if you ever need to weaponize your tears,
That's the
that
moment.
was the moment. That was the moment to weaponize your tears. You should have ran your ass off and got the fucking National Guard, because that's what it would have took to break that shit up. If you go weaponize your shit, that was the absolute right moment.
So white women use their tears as the problem.
They use their tears to get us out the pool and bullshit. You better use that shit when your man get
Well,
his
they
ass
did
over
turn
the
on them tears when them handcuffs came on.
Oh, well.
They was all crying.
They was all shit. The dudes was crying, lumped up, looking like Martin after Tommy Hearns episode.
Were they crying because they were getting locked up, or they were crying because they were in pain?
A little bit of both, probably. Probably
Poor
a
white men.
little bit of
Poor
both.
white men.
White tears are not just white women tears. White tears.
Do
are white
we
tears.
want? I know we were talking about the white people, and this is kind of, it's not the same, but it's still in like race relations. Do we want to talk a little bit about Jamie Foxx?
What about Jamie Foxx?
Oh, you did not hear about Jamie Foxx?
Oh, the Jewish thing? Nah, let's not talk about
Oh.
Let's not touch that. I don't know it. I'm not well versed enough to have a proper conversation.
Okay, I just was
So
throwing
I
it
don't
out
want
there.
to, we did dog the shot of Kyrie though.
What? I didn't really understand that.
The dog in the shot of Kyrie.
Yeah, I didn't really get that.
It wasn't so much that Kyrie said some dumb shit. I think we used to that. Kyrie mentioned, and anybody, some people agree, don't agree, don't agree, but he mentioned a video that he watched about Judaism or whatever that had some specifically racist things in it.
I recall.
If he had just said, I get that I was speaking to the documentary or whatever it was. Overall, I understand there was some troubling parts in it. I think everybody would have been fine with that.
I think what he should have said was, sometimes we have to watch controversial things. There's still things to learn in that, even when there is controversial information in a documentary.
He was a
I
problem.
mean, I've read Mein Kampf.
He was a problem. He hadn't watched the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. He watched
and
10
then
minutes
went back down about it. And be
until
you know
he
what?
lost his Nike deal.
Yeah, you know what? How about this? You know what? I didn't watch the whole fucking thing. I'm just talking about the 10 minutes I watched. I don't even know what else happened. My bad.
Okay, so this is a great, we're gonna spend 10 minutes on this because it's been a lot of conversation about black folks apologizing when they don't need to, like Jamie Foxx, Neo. Who gives a fuck about Neo really? But Neo. Who else said something?
I think say Kevin Hart apologized when he didn't have to.
Yeah. Y'all gonna be shocked by this. I actually agree. We need to stop apologizing for shit. And Candace fucking Owens said this, and I'm real sad. I'm agreeing with her. Like, super sad. We need to stand on our opinions. Like, if
Watch
that's your...
Candace Owens.
Oh, somebody did say that.
Who did she just have?
Is it Michael Eric Dyson?
Cornel West?
Oh, it is Cornel
West.
West.
Watch that. That shit's dope. Anyway.
That shit's got to be hard to watch.
No,
because
dope.
Cornel West is pontificating.
No. It's a good conversation.
My God.
He is, but it's a good conversation. Go ahead.
I can't even imagine what they.
Watch. It's a good conversation.
Should we apologize when we're not fucking sorry?
So should these black people apologize for whooping them white people's ass?
No.
Should the dude that hit the woman with the chair apologize?
Yes. Unless he wasn't sorry, then you just stand.
What if he ain't sorry?
Then don't apologize.
Okay. So you saying never apologize for shit you ain't sorry for?
I think it's disingenuous to apologize for things you're not sorry for. Now there may be aspects that happen that you're sorry for. Like if you like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not sorry about what I said, but I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. Then that's fine.
Yeah.
Huh?
I was just about to say.
What that's girl apology?
was
Fuck
just about to
that.
say.
I've been on a show with two, and two said something like that. Like, I mean, what the fuck I said. But
I'm
if you
sorry
felt
to hurt
away,
I'm sorry you felt like that.
yeah, two
I'm
has
sorry
said
you
that.
felt like that. It's not an apology.
Well, tell Tucson Warner that.
Two knows that. That's why he says it. Two's very aware that's not a real apology.
So yeah, I don't believe in apology. If you're not sorry, you're not sorry. You just got to deal with the consequences of not being sorry.
Facts.
And I will say,
But that's why they apologize, because they don't like.
I was just about to say, you got to be okay with the consequences. But are you gonna be sheep though? Because that's what you look like. You like a sheep. And Neo's stupid because he gonna say something, apologize, then gonna backtrack his apology.
Because he want to keep his Vegas residence.
That's right.
No, so he apologized. First he said that he don't agree, just to catch everybody up in case you don't know. He said he doesn't agree with parents allowing their children to transition when they're trans, right? Then he came back and said he's sorry that he offended people. Then he came back and was like, look, this is my opinion. I ain't sorry, so y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Nigga, why are we pivoting so many times? I don't understand.
I think he said what he meant. He felt pressure to apologize, then felt bad. Like, no, I shouldn't apologize. I really meant that shit, so he came back out.
And you don't see a problem with this?
I know I do, but have you never felt pressure to apologize for some shit that you didn't really feel sorry about?
Have you met me?
Yes.
Do you think I'm going to apologize for some shit that I'm not sorry for?
Yes.
No, I'm not.
I think if the stakes are high enough, you will.
I won't.
I think if the stakes are high enough, you will. Yep.
Then I'm going to give the I'm sorry you were offended comment.
Exactly. That's an apology.
But I'm
That's
not
an
going to say I'm
apology.
sorry for what I said if I meant it. I say I'm sorry you're offended. Or I actually might not even say I'm sorry. I may say, you know what, I understand now why you were offended. I can appreciate your position of being offended and completely understand.
Are you sorry?
I told you I'm going to try to skirt that fucking apology as much as possible. By acknowledging and their feelings are valid. I would say, I understand. You know what? Your feelings are completely valid, and I understand why what I said offended you.
I get that. Hold on.
That's not an apology, but it's an acknowledgement.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Let me ask this.
I give it a shot at least. Damn.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Let me ask you this: if this was, he didn't apologize. People wrote the apology.
Well, that would make sense because I was like, why you gonna fucking backtrack on
If
the
that
apology?
was your man,
oh god.
let me ask this. Oh yeah, this is a great way to fucking
Jesus
wrap this
Christ.
up. If that was your man that had started the fight at the dock, how would you feel about it? Him. Not
And I
him.
gotta be a white woman too. Let me think. I gotta process this. I'd be embarrassed. Cause you know, first of all, I think it came out today. Now, who knows if this is true or not? I think we always think white people say the N-word, so that's why we getting fucking pissed off. So I'm not saying they didn't say it. I just got questions behind that. I'm a white woman. You on TV fighting. I assume I wasn't one of the two women that were there. And first of all, I gotta see you get arrested. I have to see you get in a fight. I have to see you start the fight. Yeah, I'm gonna be embarrassed. And I'm asking you why. What the fuck happened?
He moved my boat.
So?
And they didn't know that they was gonna go viral when it happened.
Yeah, nobody knew they were gonna go by. He
Well, I
moved my
mean-
boat and I got mad.
Okay. I mean, but now
And then Jimmy jumped him and I had to jump in because Jimmy was fighting.
you had to?
You already said that. That's code to fight, right?
I mean, well, yes. But you're asking me as a wife. I'm like, you had to?
Jimmy was fighting. I had to fight.
You had to.
I had to.
what was gonna happen if you didn't fight?
Jimmy might have got beat up.
So, shit. So
I never liked Jimmy anyway.
Jimmy be okay.
Jimmy the one that always gets you in the bullshit.
He always fighting anyway. He'll be fine. No, I would be embarrassed. I would try to empathize. Like, I get it. You my man. So I'm going to have to sit here and listen to you tell me about why your honor got messed with and he can't be fucking around with you and blah, blah, blah. So I got to sit all that. But I'm going to be embarrassed. Hands down, embarrassment.
What if you were the wife of one of the brothers that jumped in?
Honestly, I'd probably be indifferent. Unless you to do with the chair, then me and you going to have a conversation. Like, the fuck are you hitting a bitch with a chair for? That was a bridge too far. If I was all the rest of them, I probably wouldn't say anything.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah, that bitch deserved it. She deserved it.
I kind of walked into that one.
Yes.
No, I probably wouldn't say nothing.
Nothing.
Nope, I just come and bail you out.
No, see, I
Take your-
because a lot of them dudes didn't get arrested. See, I just came home.
Oh. And
I'm
then
like,
I'm
man,
watching the video. I was like, that's you?
Wait. I come home.
Is he the Q? Is he the Q?
Oh, not the, oh my God. I hope not. We got a little scrap at the dock. What happened, man? They was jumping. It was these 4 white guys jumping the security guard. I couldn't let that go down, so we jumped in and made sure that he was straight. And we whooped the white boy's
if you
ass.
put it like that, then I'll probably make you dinner.
And then
And a big steak with a big piece of chicken.
Right, but then the next day you see the video. You like, motherfucker, the fight was over.
Like this.
And you hitting Morris like this.
I mean, what you supposed to say to him?
That's your man. What you got? What you got for him?
I mean, I probably would have made him dinner.
But
that
it's
night
too
he
late
told me.
now.
It's too late. He
Are you
already ate the
mad? Are
mashed
you mad?
potatoes.
Not like.
No, I'm probably embarrassed again.
I made you the big piece of chicken for this.
He better be the one that came up front with the no shirt on and the red pants, like
Skip it.
he better be it. Or he better be Aquaman.
Listen.
Or the one that was running down the ramp. I could be married
The
to
first
him.
one?
Yes, the very first one that got there. That was trying to pull them.
Yes.
So let me ask one question to y'all.
Yes.
Do you all think that being on those docks and all that historical slavery trade stuff that's around everywhere, it's in fact behind it is a tour.
I forgot to even bring that up.
Oh yeah.
Don't you think that may have played a factor in the fact that fuck these August?
No more than the folding chair being created by a black man. No, I don't think it had anything to do with anything.
If I
think it's interesting.
Tour and saw some black people fighting a white person.
Yeah.
I jump in.
Oh wait.
I think the whole history of Alabama plus those historical references around. I'm sure.
Wait. Are you telling me that riverboat that they were on was actually a tour discussing the dock? Because then.
Part of it too is part of that. Then there's like all types of tours.
Yeah. This is like going to slave. This is like going to a slave castle and getting a fight with white people. Yeah, they amped.
Yes,
I didn't know that part.
Yeah, I forgot to mention
that part. Oh, that totally makes this. Yeah, we was hyped because we just talked about how ain't shit white people are for like an hour. I'm ready. Let's go.
Right. And then they think they gonna beat the brother in front of me.
You know what? Good call, Brian. Because
I
I
forgot to
didn't
mention that
even.
earlier.
I
forgot to mention that
okay.
earlier.
So then, yeah, I take all I said back about us. Well, it's still accurate about our anxiety around slavery, but now we was just hyped because we talked about how ancient white people are for an hour.
I mean,
I probably would have fucking jumped in that shit
said
too.
you
Been fucking ready, like, you know how hype I was after watching Amistad?
listen.
Couldn't even talk to me after that.
Listen, that's me and what's the one with Ving Rhames? I don't even like talking about it. I can't think of the name of the movie.
I have no idea.
Y'all know what's the movie with Ving Rhames where
Tell us, because I
they
don't
had
know.
to save they burned the black people's town down. He had to save them on the train.
Oh, and that Rosewood?
Rosewood. I can't even watch Rosewood.
I've never seen Rosewood.
Oh, don't watch it.
Okay. Okay.
Listen, I'll be all over motherfucking Lincoln Park pushing white people after I
Have
watch
you ever
Rosewood.
seen Mississippi Burning? Because that one get me hyped
I've
too.
seen all of it.
That one gets me a little hyped too.
Yeah, I haven't watched some of the more recent ones like Till and.
Oh, I saw Till. Till was sad.
I just.
Or what was the one with Samuel? Yeah, I hope he dies and I hope he
Time to
burn in
Kill.
hell.
Time to Kill. That wasn't. Yeah, I mean that was.
How could you not
No. I'm saying.
feel no way about white people after seeing that movie?
Absolutely. What I'm saying is like, but some of them I just haven't watched a lot, like Harriet and.
I didn't see Harriet.
I'm here. I can't do it right now.
Oh, you people with your it's too many slave movies.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't need it.
I know Marvel got your interest.
Yeah, we beating up space aliens. That's shit. That's pure fun. Anybody?
I'm not getting in this conversation with you.
Anybody come to Earth talking shit? We gonna whip their ass like they
not-
did on that dock.
I'm not getting into this conversation with y'all. Y'all get on my nerves with that, but I digress.
Okay. Anyway, so what? Final thoughts.
Final thoughts. Well, now my damn whole thoughts are changed because I didn't realize they had went on a slavery tour right before the fight.
No. I'm sure that motherfuckers wasn't. Half the motherfuckers hadn't even been on the boat. I think they were at the fucking Pier 31 of Alabama. So I'm not giving that as a rationale. I'm saying they was listening to get drunk, give you a whatever the fuck they do in Alabama. I don't know what they doing.
Oh my God. Final thoughts. I don't know if I really have any final thoughts. I will say, and I'm a little surprised to say it, I think it was.
Will we give a shit about this next week?
Actually, I do. But not in the way that we think we will. We're not going to be mad at white folks. We're going to be enjoying the memes and the remixes and the videos and the poems and the gifts. So, yeah, I think we got at least another 2 weeks of this shit before it burns out.
Okay.
For sure. What about him?
Nobody remembers.
That's true. Or Fidel. Yeah. Don't remember that name.
No, a lot of
Breonna
names.
Taylor.
A lot of those names fade into history.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I 100% get why people are excited. One, let's say this, the shit just funny.
It is
Just,
funny.
I'm just gonna be honest. And then
It's hilarious.
and black folks' creativity came out in full display for this one.
Unmatched. Ingenuity.
Unequivocally. But I don't think this is some turning point. I don't think this is some historical reference. I don't think this will be some Oppenheimer moment. I don't think that's what this is going to be.
I got the good closing
I think
question.
this will fade into obscurity, and we'll see this in our timelines next year when we look at our memories. Like, oh, shit, that's right. That was hilarious.
Should we make this a holiday?
Holiday.
Fade in the water day.
Y'all don't even know how to celebrate Juneteenth right yet. How y'all going to make this a holiday?
What do you mean celebrate Juneteenth right?
Mars can't even decide if they want to celebrate Juneteenth. How
Oh,
to celebrate Juneteenth.
True.
Who should celebrate Juneteenth.
That's true. We had a whole show about that.
I know this.
Go watch that.
So we can't, how we going to make this a holiday?
I'm just.
This gonna be a hood holiday.
It could be like Juneteenth was in Texas, where we just all take the day off and just fuck around and find out.
Listen, hold on. Let me tell you something. I'll never not take a free day off.
No, I mean like I take a PTO day and go fuck around.
Oh, and just go fuck around.
Yeah.
I'm never against not taking a PTO. But no, this is just an ass whooping on a dock.
I actually do think we should make this a day.
Shut up.
Absolutely, we should commemorate this moment.
You wanted to make T-shirts for the show.
I did. Now look, put a comment in the chat if you would have loved if we had wore matching T-shirts with images of the fight. I think y'all would have loved it.
I don't give a fuck what they like. I'm not doing that goofy shit. Anyway, hey y'all, thanks for watching another episode. It's great just to have me and Shon chat and not have to deal with a lot of you guests.
He's lying. He prefers it when there are people here.
I don't prefer it. I love when I like when we have more disagreement though. This is too agreeable. I like when we fight.
Okay, fine, fair.
Anyway, so the rest of this month we're gonna have Fucked Up Family Month.
Oh yeah.
So next week we're gonna have a couple of blended families come on and discuss their blendedness, how they make it work, how it's difficult. How they think the kids feel about it and all that good stuff. Then we're gonna have a conversation about single parenting.
Oh dear.
We started at single motherhood, but then we were like, why leave the fathers out of this? So single parenting, the disadvantages. Some people think there are advantages. How it helps or hinders or hurts the kids, all that good stuff. So we're gonna dive into single parenthood and what even defines single parenthood.
I hate that question, but yeah, we can talk about it.
Are you a single parent because you single? Is that single parenthood?
You know I'm gonna pull up Merriam's and we're gonna go by that definition.
I don't care what that white dictionary say.
Saying.
If you got two active parents in your life, you are not a single parent just because you don't have a man, or we ain't together, or I ain't got a woman. That's not single parenting.
I'm not having
Single
this debate
parenting.
with you.
Single parenting is parenting single.
This is the wrong show
Singular.
for this.
All right.
We will argue about this in 2 weeks.
All right, what else we got?
I don't know. You
I
made
said-
the dysfunctional family.
I'm sorry, you're right. I hold on, let me look at it. Hold on, we got a couple other things.
Well,
Well,
unless
anyway,
something cool
don't matter,
comes
don't
out,
matter. We got,
then it won't be dysfunctional
we got
family
those
month.
coming up. Also, if you're watching on the replay or watching live, Sipping S'mores is coming up. The adult camping weekend, September, the Labor Day weekend, the Friday to the Monday. It's inexpensive. It's a great time. Go to sippingsmores.com. Check out the pictures. Check out the video. There's one floating around right now that might go viral of me doing a little alpha stroll, and you might not ever see that again. So check that out. It's a great time if you're looking for something different to do to wrap up your summer. Come on out. We'll pitch the tent for you. You ain't got to bring the tent, or you can sleep in the cabin, or you can bring an RV, whatever you want to do. You can glam it up as much as you want, or you can rough it as much as you want. We got parties. We got parties on the lake. We got outdoor activities on rafts and canoes and boats, archery. I'm telling you, it's a good time. Sippingsmores.com. Go check us out.
I may make an appearance there this year.
Come on. And then if you're fortunate enough, I'm having a birthday soiree on September 9th. You will receive a text. If you don't receive a text, you didn't make the cut.
What kind of fucking shit is that?
You didn't make the cut. See you next year. All right, y'all. See you next week. In the Zone Podcast.
He ain't shit for that at all.